Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
So today we're digging into a classic, Stephen Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
It's definitely foundational stuff.
Yeah, we've looked at the book, some analysis too. Our goal really is to get past the buzzwords and find those timeless ideas inside. What makes it genuinely work?
Well, I think you have to start where Covey starts. It's this inside-out idea.
Inside out. Explain that a bit.
Right. So it's not about just changing behaviors like quick fixes. It's more fundamental. About changing your paradigms, basically. How you see things, how you see the world.
Ah, okay. And building character before you chase outward success.
Exactly. Effectiveness, for Covey, it starts inside you. It's not just about techniques you apply outwardly.
Okay, got it. So it's sort of a process, a journey.
Definitely. He maps it out from dependence, relying on others, to independent self-reliance, and then on to interdependence.
Interdependence.
Yep.
Working effectively with others.
Right. And the whole thing is powered by, keeping yourself sharp. Continuous renewal.
Let's break that down. The first part is achieving private victory. Mastering yourself. Those first habits.
Okay, yeah. Habit 1, be proactive. Sounds simple, right?
Deceptively simple, maybe?
I think so. Because it's about that space, between what happens to you, the stimulus, and how you respond.
And choosing the response. That's the key.
That's the power. But it's tough, especially under pressure. It really means taking ownership, focusing your energy on what you can actually influence.
Your circle of influence, he calls it.
Instead of getting, bogged down, worrying about everything else in your circle of concern.
Which is a real challenge, I think, especially now. All the noise. So focusing on control is huge.
Yeah.
Then habit 2, begin with the end in mind.
Yeah, and this is more than just like writing a mission statement down.
It's living it.
It's about having a really clear internal picture of your values, your purpose, and then asking yourself, are my day-to-day actions actually moving me towards that picture?
The mental creation comes first.
Exactly. You can be super busy, but busy doing the wrong things.
What?
Well, that's not effective, is it? Not if it doesn't align with your core purpose.
That makes sense. And it flows right into habit 3. But first things first.
This is where it gets practical. Taking that vision from habit 2.
And actually doing it. Prioritizing based on importance, not just what feels urgent.
Right, the famous time management matrix, we all know it, but the tricky part is quadrant 2.
The important but not urgent stuff.
Yeah. Planning, preventing problems, building relationships. It doesn't yell for attention like a crisis does.
So you need to be proactive about it.
You do. It requires that clarity from habit 2. If you neglect quadrant 2, you just end up living in quadrant 1, fighting fires all the time. Mastering Q2 is really the heart of that private victory.
Okay, so after you've sort of mastered yourself, you move towards interacting with others effectively. The public victory.
And habit 5 is just, it's critical here. Seek first to understand, then to be understood.
So this one's huge for communication.
It transforms it. Most of us, let's be honest, we listen so we can reply, right? We're forming our argument while the other person's still talking.
Guilty as charged sometimes.
We all are, Covey says. Listen empathically. Really try to get inside their viewpoint, their feelings, before you even think about presenting your own side.
That builds trust, I imagine.
It's the bedrock of trust. Until someone feels genuinely heard, truly understood, they're probably not that open to hearing you out.
And once you have that foundation self-mastery,
right,
plus that empathic listening,
then you unlock habit 4. Think win-win.
Yeah.
And habit 6, synergize.
Win-win isn't just compromise, is it?
No, it's aiming higher. Finding a third way where everyone feels they've genuinely won something valuable. And synergy. That's the magic, isn't it?
1 + 1 = 3 kind of thing.
Sort of. It's when different perspectives, handled with that understanding from habit 5, combine to create something better than anyone could have managed alone.
Amazing when it happens.
Yeah.
But none of it lasts without the final habit.
Habit 7, sharpen the saw.
The one that keeps everything else going.
Precisely. Continuous self-renewal. And he breaks it into 4 areas, all connected.
Physical.
Your body, exercise, nutrition, stress management.
Mental.
Your mind reading, learning, planning.
Social, emotional.
Connections, relationships, empathy.
And spiritual.
Your core values, your purpose, meditation, nature. It's about balance. Neglecting one area, it drains the others. It diminishes your whole capacity.
So it's really an investment in yourself, isn't it? Not a luxury or a cost.
Absolutely. It's the engine for long-term effectiveness across all the habits.
So pulling it all together, these 7 habits map out that journey from dependence through independence to interdependence.
All fueled by constantly renewing yourself, sharpening that saw.
And they're built on pretty universal principles, wouldn't you say? Things like fairness, integrity, honesty.
Human dignity, service. Yeah, they're not just corporate jargon. They feel quite timeless.
Which kind of brings it back to you listening. It makes you wonder.
Which of those four dimensions, physical, mental, social, emotional, spiritual, might you be perhaps neglecting right now?
And what could happen if you actively invested a bit more time there? How might that ripple out?
How could aligning your daily actions with that end in mind really shift your focus day to day?
Definitely things to think about. We'd really encourage you to explore Covey's work directly if this sparked something.
Yeah, digging deeper is, well, it's a lifelong thing, but the ideas themselves are incredibly powerful.